Well, hello. I'm back to 444. The title for today's video is a question. Are our computers spying on us? We live in a wireless electronic grid set up by the big corporations, especially those called government and the many subsidiaries thereof, including the military-industrial complex. We are told that they have the ability to actually watch and listen to us without our knowledge through our television sets and our computers. They also have the ability to monitor us in other ways, including interfering with sleep patterns and sending us messages from the etheric plane. This is not likely science fiction. It may well be Big Brother's attempt to stay ahead of the game as the transformative energies swirl around this planet into a much wider field. They are playing God, not for a good purpose, but to try to maintain control over their slavery empire and extortion racket. Yesterday's experience with Artisto was an interesting case in point. I better change that because it's a proper word, but it's the wrong word. I read it correctly, but it was typed wrong. Anyway, let me save this. Okay. Yes, let's start with yesterday's video with Artisto. First off, he sent me a message on Thursday thinking it was Friday and wondering where I was. Well, I don't look at Skype for a whole week. You know, when I don't do an interview, I do one with Artisto every week. And from Friday to Friday, I don't look at Skype. I pay no attention to it whatsoever. When I opened Skype yesterday morning around 6:30 a.m. my time, or was it 7:30? It doesn't matter. I noticed that Skype, the message came right. We've updated your program so that you can take advantage of all the new benefits of Skype. Well, they tried to send me an upgrade in the early part of 2014, back in January. And there was a notice that VodBurner, which is what I use to record the videos. Yes, Peter, I haven't changed over to the one you recommended yet. I still am using VodBurner. VodBurner said, or there was a notice from Skype that Skype wouldn't work with all the other recording programs because they changed something in their formatting. And so I contacted VodBurner and they said, don't upgrade. Don't do the upgrade. So every time Skype has been telling me, do you want to upgrade? We have an upgrade for you. You know, the messages that come on, I would check no. And I'd continue with the old one. Well, between the last video a week ago and the one yesterday that I made with Artisto, sometime during that period, they upgraded it by themselves, without my permission, without my consent. And now all of a sudden I'm operating with the new Skype. First time yesterday. Well, Artisto and I had exchanged some email messages back and forth through Skype once he came online, and we had determined that we were going to actually have more of a conversation with me sharing the experience that I had with the Reiki masters and some of the things that have been going on in my life of late. And we were actually going to have more of a conversation than a monologue with Artisto. So that was what we determined. However, time after time, including I rebooted 3 times my computer, we would start talking, and then all of a sudden he'd said, I'm not hearing you. And I would talk, and I could hear me, of course, but he couldn't hear me. And so a conversation became really hard. Well, finally, I got a call from my daughter, and I had to go pick up my grandson from school. He was running 102.2 fever. And I had to go get him, and when I came back, we tried again. And I think it was the 5th, it might have been the 4th time, it might have been the 5th time. that we had started over again. And we were going to roll with it. And he, if you listen to that video, which is actually up right now today, it's today's video, and this one is for Monday, or I'm sorry, Sunday. If you listen to it, he's saying, Ron, I can't hear you. I can't understand you. And when I listened to the playback of it, there were all sorts of distortions in my voice. There were times that I responded to him and you couldn't hear the response. It like skipped things and messed up with the synchronization from my end. Not his end, from my end. And then it was a 29-minute video. And that's what it showed. It recorded 29 minutes, 29 to 30 minutes of video. And yet, when I got the finished product, it was only just under 25 minutes. So it lost 4 minutes plus of the recording. Now, this is all with the new Skype. Now, it was interesting, as I said, because when we would just do the talk back and forth in preparation for the video, we could hear each other. As soon as we'd actually start the video that was going to go up public, the distortions would start. And it happened again and again and again. Now, the night before that, after I had had the Reiki treatments, Reiki and Diksha treatments by my friends, I was talking to a friend on the phone and sharing my experience and sharing my anger actually with her, which I shouldn't have dumped on her. But twice during that 20-minute phone conversation or whatever it was, I didn't time it, there was plain interference, like somebody messing with the line, letting us know, we're listening. We're listening. Wasn't on her end. It was probably on mine. Somebody was tapping into my line and wanted me to know that they were tapping into my phone line. Very obvious to both of us. We commented on it. And it did concern me greatly that they said, Ron, your chakras are all closed. You're shut down. You need to take some time and allow some joy in your life. And I'm thinking of all this stuff, and I call my friend, and I'm angry. I mean, I'm really pissed. Because I know that I've been in a cloud of fear and anxiety. It's been hanging over me for a month. And every day, I have to face it. Every day, I'm getting images that just pop into my mind. And dark images popping in and out, popping in and out, seeing things that I've seen images in regard to other people, but now it's popping into my world. And of course, you all know, if you've been listening for any length of time, that I've been having real challenges sleeping. Now, I did talk to some friends from Texas yesterday, and they said they were going to pray especially hard for a field, or to put a field around me so that I could get better rest. And I did get 4 to 4.5 hours of sleep last night, which for me, that's a long time. I know for many people that's nothing, but that's a lot in a row for me to have, because a lot of times lately I haven't even been able to sleep 2 hours, and it doesn't matter what time of the day I lay down. If I'm able to fall asleep at all, it's for an hour and a half, an hour, something like that. You know, it's not very long, and then I'm wide awake again. So this is the kind of energy field that I've been dealing with. Now, are the governments spying on us? I think it's without a doubt. I don't think there's a question at all, but that yes, they are spying on us. But I want you to know this too, you that are listening, government. There are those extraterrestrials that are spying on you, and they know every move you make, everything you do, and they're coming after you. We are coming after you. We, the people who have aligned ourselves with the good energies, have have determined that your services are no longer needed on this planet. You have outgrown your welcome here because you have abused your free will. You have abused everything you touch has been abused. And so we're giving you a message. Just like you are spying on us, you are being spied on, and there's no place you can hide. No place on this planet or off this planet that you can hide. Every move you make is being watched, and everything that you're doing, you're going to be held accountable for. And nothing you say can save you except "I'm sorry" and the truth. Only the truth. You can't continue your lies. You can't continue your masquerade of wearing a costume of decency when in fact you're anything but decent. You're anything but proper. You're anything but honorable. You're the exact opposite of all the good attributes, even though you try to put your best face forward. We see behind your face. We see behind your masks. And we know the shit you're trying to pull on humanity. We recognize the fear that you have, Illuminati, that you have, because your game plan is falling apart all over. Yes, you are spying on us. Yes, you have created all of these technologies to influence us so that we cannot awaken. Well, I got news for you. We're awakening anyway. And yes, I feel the anxiety. I feel the fear. I see the images that are popping in and out of my mind. I see all that crap. And you know what? I'm still going to do what I'm doing. I'm still going to go forward till my last breath. And I might not take my last breath for a long time yet. I have no idea. I have no guarantees of tomorrow. Nobody does, but neither do you. Neither do you have any guarantees of tomorrow. And tomorrow, it may happen that all of a sudden, people from Interpol or people from the White Knights or people from some, what's the word, the provost marshals might show up at your door. Yes, you that are just working for these criminals and being a willing participant in their criminal enterprise of human slavery, of human spying, of human extortion racket. You, the judges, you, the attorneys, you, the cops, you, the clandestine soldiers, the mercenaries, you. Yeah, you're the operatives working for these criminals. Do you realize that? You're the operatives. And yes, you're spying on us for them. And do you think they care one whit about you? You're nothing in their thinking. Actually, nobody is anything in their thinking. They're totally self-absorbed, totally egocentric and malevolent in their desires. Their only desire is to hide the truth from everyone, including themselves. They don't even want to know the truth themselves because truth is such a fearful thing to them. But the truth is being uncovered. All the lies are being uncovered. All the games are being uncovered. And there's no place to hide. Just as you have chosen to spy on us and to listen into our conversations and to use the technologies that have been developed and even to develop the technologies to allow governments to do these dastardly deeds of violating other people's free will. Just because you've done this, we know who you are. Now, I don't know personally who you are, but when I say we, I'm talking about the higher collective. The collective that includes extraterrestrials that aren't bound by human bodies, that aren't bound by the limitations that most of us embodied beings experience. And they know. And they have technologies that are greater than yours. They know. They know where you live. They know every move you make. There's no place to hide. They're coming after you because we are tired, sick and tired of your games. We are sick and tired of your interference. We are sick and tired of you blocking the prosperity of the whole world. We're sick and tired of all the freaking games that you choose to play for your puppet masters, and you're just a puppet. Are you listening? I hope you are. I hope the whole world is listening so that we can know that we are turning this thing around because we continue to move forward despite the fear that you shroud us in, despite the cloud of anxiety that hangs over us. We're still moving forward day by day, and we're going to succeed in turning the world around for all the people of the world. We are going to create a world that works for everybody, despite your best efforts to spy on us. I hope you heard me loud and clear. Thank you for listening. Namaste.